So here's a super easy follow-up technique that I think everybody who's doing follow-ups should utilize. So a follow-up is when you call a customer after the appointment. And the way that you can access follow-ups within the company app, House Call, is you go in to the dashboard and you literally click this tab that says estimates, and it will bring you to a page where you can see all the past estimates that we've did for years. You'll probably be focusing on the ones from the past couple months. As many times homeowners have to think about it and they don't decide the same day. And what you do is you call them up, and a lot of times this works super effectively with what I call a tag, where you take somebody from the office or a partner or somebody to make the follow-up call for you and have that homeowner hear a different voice and get that customer service vibe from the company. So they realize that there's more people there. And what they'll say is this: they'll say, hey, Mr. Jones, how's it going? It's Greg, right, from XYZ Company. Reason I'm calling is I just want to follow up with you, see how it went with your plans to do the siding and the painting, and see if you guys were ready to go. And they'll say, oh, we're ready to go. We're not ready to go on it. We're still thinking about it. If the answer is we're ready to go, then cool, you just got lucky. You were calling them while they were thinking of you. If they say no, you could say, oh, okay, that's fine. I was just checking in with you, Hey, listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you hated Premier and 10 being you loved us, where would you say you stand in terms of wanting to do the job with us? You can be honest, it's okay. And maybe they say 7. And then what you say right after is, well, Mr. Jones, what would it take to make it a 10? Pause. What would it take to make it a 10? And the homeowner's gonna answer right there their objection. Oh man, it was just way too much money. Oh, I still got to talk to my wife about it. Oh, we're just, doing research and, getting some other estimates. And that tells you what you want to hear. If it's the first one, oh, it was too much money, then it's a price objection. You can ask, well, how much did you think it was going to cost? Oh, I thought it was going to cost this. Well, hey, if I could offer you this at this price with the cash discount, could you go ahead and get your job started? If I could offer you financing, hey, maybe if we restructured a quote and we took off this because maybe you don't really need it right now and you did this, could we get your job started? Because we know that the deal that we gave you is a really good price, and anybody that comes in under it is probably missing something, might not be doing the same quality job, or might not be even insured. If it's their wife, that's a decision maker issue. Say them something like, oh, okay, I totally get that. Talk to your wife, all that great stuff. Hey, when you do talk to her, is there anything else really holding you back? Because we're super excited to help you out. Or if they have to research and think about it, you could say, hey, listen, I totally respect that. And was there anything that I could have done to help sort of explain the process better? Because most of the time when I talk to people, they are ready to go. They want to do it if I did my job good enough. And I'm sorry if I didn't do my job good enough and I didn't explain anything. And then they might bring out the real objection, which it was a price objection, or, it's something else. Whatever the case is, start off with that scale of 1 to 10 follow-up. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you hate us, 10 being you love us, where do you stand on choosing the company? Oh, I think it would be a 7. Oh, well, what would it take to make it a 10? And they will tell you their objection. So that's super awesome because, maybe the salesman's not doing the follow-up calls, but maybe somebody else is doing it, or you've hired somebody to do it. And on every single estimate that they're going down, they can write down what the objection on and write down the intelligence. That way you can shoot on back and follow up with them again. If it was a price objection, the salesman can shoot a coupon in the mail to that person, $500 off, boom, sell the deal, right? If it was something else, they can use their next follow-up and follow up efficiently and with a personal touch, not like a robot, not like 1980s sales, right? So that's a really interesting way to go about it. Other ways that we've gone about it is to call up and say, hey, how's it going? I'm Greg from so-and-so company. I just wanted to, call you up to ask how the appointment went the other day with the person who came to your home to give you an estimate. Matt, John, Kevin, whoever the person who came. How did it go? Oh, it went great. Did they answer all your questions? Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, great. That's a really effective one if you're calling just a few days after they did the estimate or a week after, because a lot of time that's that like prime window for when people are trying to decide. Sometimes they only need a few days. If you're calling back a week months later. You can use the scale 1 to 10. You can kind of use both interchangeably. But giving the customer courtesy call makes them feel warm inside. It gives you a chance to follow up, which is great. So that's another one that I'd like to utilize. Following up is the most important thing in the game. The money is in the follow-up. The money is not in setting the appointments and the meet and greet. And I always tell people, you have to think of your initial pipeline where you're setting leads, whether it's HomeAdvisor, whether it's Thumbtack, whether it's Facebook, wherever it is that you have that sheet that you're calling leads off, that's pipeline number 1. Pipeline number 2 is within your CRM system, in this case, House Call, and that is the more important pipeline, and you have to work down that one like fire every single time.